On his hand, lot of Berber, they accepted Islam. And not only that, he put a lot of them in the Islamic army. So they were going ahead from Egypt until they arrived in Sudan. And after that, the Berber leaders or generals, they conquered in West Morocco and that area. And after this conquest, Africa has its own status, mean a separate state or a separate province. And Uqba ibn Nafi was appointed by Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala as its governor. Before that, Barqa and Zuwayla, these areas were under the control of Misr. Nowadays, a very big and very developed city is there by the name of Kairouan. So this city is actually established by Uqba ibn Nafi radiallahu ta'ala an. And that was actually the Askar area. So the Muslim army was staying there in Kairouan. Even the European called this Uqba ibn Nafi because of his conquests that he was the Alexander of Muslims. The Europeans say that Uqba ibn Nafi was the Alexander of Muslims. But later on, he was deposed. And Maslama ibn Mikhlad, who was the Mawla and liberated slave of Abul Muhajir, he was appointed as a governor. After a few years, the Berber and the Romans, they giantly attacked this Africa under the control of Muslims. Uqba ibn Nafi came with a small army, but he got defeated. And Uqba ibn Nafi radiallahu ta'ala got murdered. And the city of Kairouan went to the hands of Berber, mean those Berber who were not Muslim yet. Got it? Now the next chapter is the important chapter. Istikhlaf Yazid. That how Yazid became Khalifa. So as far as the issue of istikhlaf or appointment is concerned, so it started with Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala an. Abu Bakr in his last time, he appointed Umar as Khalifa after him. You know that, we talked in detail. Then Umar also did a type of istikhlaf, but not of a specific person. But those 6 Sahaba who were still alive from Ashara Mubashara. So he said that you from amongst yourselves, you may select one and he will be the Khalifa. People will give their bay'ah, but first you the 5 have to give bay'ah to that one. So then the people will be asked for their pledge. Got it? So now, for Khilafat, there are 2 original ways or process. Number 1, to let it to Ahlul Halli wal Aqd. Let it to Ahlul Halli wal Aqd. Who are Ahlul Halli wal Aqd? We say community leaders. We say what? Say community leaders. So from amongst them, there will be the chief of tribes, there will be the ulama, there will be other people who have followings. Community leader has what? Following. So these leaders, they have to elect one person as a Khalifa. That is one way. And another way, that is that the previous Khalifa, before his death, he mentions the name of someone, that he will be Khalifa after me. But only with this saying, he is not becoming Khalifa. After his death, he needs a pledge of allegiance from Ahlul Halli wal Aqd. That leaders of community, they approved it and they gave their pledge to them. Usually they are giving it. Got it? And even Hafiz ibn Hazm, he is the Imam of Ahlul Hadith. Hafiz ibn, great alim, Hafiz ibn Hazm, Sahib the Al-Milal wa Nihal. Sahib the what? Al-Milal wa Nihal. So Hafiz ibn Hazm, then also he has Al-Muhalla, very famous book. What? Al-Muhalla ibn Hazm. So Sahib of Al-Muhalla, Hafiz ibn Hazm, he said that istikhlaf is the best way. That every Khalifa should nominate someone after him as Khalifa to get rid of disputes and fightings and battles. Because if he will not, later on will be a lot of disputes. Got it? And he said that the unity of Ummah is much more needed, and they can remain united only with this way. Now the details are there, that he can nominate whom. So that is a separate chapter. Yes, that is a separate chapter, that if he has sons, he cannot nominate his son. He cannot nominate his son as Khalifa after him, because the fatherhood law for son, maybe the son is not a deserving person and he is appointing him. Got it? And also, the ulama said that he cannot appoint his father, because for father, the respect is must. Maybe the father is a dumb guy, but this guy, he got injured, he was young, he got injured. So he said that after me, my father will be the Khalifa. Got it? So the ulama, details are there. And Allama Mawardi, he said that at the time of istikhlaf, when he is nominating him, so he must have the ahliyat, eligibility and deserving. So at the time of nominating, if he was not adult, so it means that ahliyat is not there. Eligibility and deserving is not there. So then his khalafat will become khalafat. After that, the Ahlul Hall wal Aqd will give him their bay'ah. But we say that with nomination and ahad, a person will never become khalifa. This give him only the istihqaq. What? The privilege. It gives him what? The privilege, the istihqaq. That he must be elected as the Khalifa. And that will be after the death of Khalifa. Because if we say that in the lifetime of Khalifa he has become Khalifa, so for one state there are not two Khalifas. For one state. For one state. Can you imagine two kings? Say. For one state must have only one king. So if we say in the life of the previous Khalifa, he also, because he nominated him, so we should consider him Khalifa. So it means you are considered two Khalifa for one state. In Persian, there is a saying that do faqiran dar gali mein main ganjand, walakin do padshahan dar gali mein nami ganjand. This is in Tehran. In Tehran, they say कि दो फकीरान दर गली में मैं गंजंद वलाकिन दो पादशाहान दर अकली में नमी गंजंद. What is galim? You know gilam jam? Yes. Yes or no? So what is gilam? Galim and gilam is one. Yes, you know the monks, they have a chadar which has the patches of different colors. Yes, squares type. Yeah, the red, the green, the blue. It has a specific name. See, what is there? There is a specific name for that chadar. The monks, they are using it. So in Persian, that's called what? No, that's called galim, not gilim jam. Gilim jam is the name of a group. Yes, so no. Gilim and galim, that is for that. And gilim jam mean that group of dostan, that they were doing chura chupawal. So they were calling gilim jam. Galim is not that much fancy thing, but whenever they were going to some area, they were putting everything, even the galim, they were not leaving it. That's why they called gilim jam. Yes. They don't leave anything there. Even the galim. Got it? I wish you should have been there in in jihad time, but Abdul Qudus, he ran away to America. He left us there that you have to make Afghanistan free. We freed it, still he is afraid of. He cannot go there. We freed it, but still you are afraid of.
Some people are still not free.
Huh?
Some people are still not free. Let's say women are free right now.
So, got it?
Yes.
Number two, not only that, at the time of nomination, he must have the deserving for Khilafat. But when the Khalifa died, so still this Waliyul Ahad, only to make you understand, that is not kingship, but only Waliyul Ahad. What? Waliyul Ahad. But in Saudi Arabia and these areas, they are called crown prince. Yes? So that crown prince, in Sharia there is no prince, no king and no prince. Yes? But only to make you to understand. So we can call him Waliyul Ahad, even though the crown prince is called Waliyul Ahad in their term. But that ahad is for Khilafat, this is not for Badshahat. Got it or not it? So he must have that eligibility at the time of Bay'at. Number three, that this nomination may not be for one of his kith and kin. But the ulama have 2 point of views. If a kith and kin has the deserving, so then there is no wrong in that. There is no wrong in that. But other ulama says, yes, for one, you will say that, yes, he is eligible. Like a Sahaba Rizwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, they said to Sayyidina Umar, Raziyallahu ta'ala, to appoint Abdullah as Waliyul Ahad. He said, Abdullah? They said the utmost committed personality in deen and ibadat, and the utmost honest personality. Yes, but Umar was not, even though if he would have appointed him, that was the best way, and that was the best decision, but not to make it a rule for generation to come. He said, no way. Because later on, nobody will think of the ahliyat and eligibility and deserving. Yes, he will be saying, yes, my son. So, but we have seen in history that all those who did it, they never looked at eligibility and ahliyat and qualification. But they did it because he was his son. They did it because he was his son. Now, who will be considered the qareeb or closest relative of one? So the ulama has given us a general rule. Anyone whose testimony is not accepted in favor of someone in a court of law, so he is considered the qareeb one. Got it? So then you will go to Kitab al-Shahada and you will find out that from kith and kin who cannot testify in favor of kith and kin. Got it? So details are there. And some ulama, they have expressed that father, son and brother cannot be Waliyul Ahad. And we have given you the details that in Saqifa Banu Sa'ida, in the trials of Banu Sa'ida, in the porch of Banu Sa'ida, when Ansar and Muhajirin had a debate for Khilafat. So when Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala said, Alaymatu min Quraysh, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, leaders after me will be from Quraysh. They say, decision, final word. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said a thing, so why we are debating it? So they said to the Muhajirin, now you should come forward. Whosoever you will nominate, we will give him the pledge. And thus Abu Bakr became the Khalifa. Got it? And Sayyidina Umar, I told you that 6 people. Then in the time of Osman Raziyallahu Ta'ala an, people asked Ali to be the Khalifa. He said, if general public will give me the pledge. And the people did it. We talked in detail about Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala as governor. He did not give his pledge. He said first the retribution of Usman, then pledge. So some Ajilla Sahaba were with Muawiyah, like Mughira ibn Shu'bah and Amr ibn al-As. And some other were with Ali, like Ammar ibn Yasir, Abdullah ibn Abbas, Abu Musa Ash'ari. Even though when Hassan radiallahu ta'ala gave his pledge to Muawiyah, so then Abdullah ibn Abbas, Abdullah ibn Zubair, Abdullah ibn Umar, they also gave their pledge to Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala an. And not only that, but for the battle of Constantinople, they went in his army also. Now Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala an, he was knowing that lot of battles happened, lot of dispute happened. In this whole time, lot of dispute happened. And situation is not that sound as somebody thinks. And Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, for some people he was considered too hard, and for some other he was considered too soft. Purposely I didn't say. For some people he was considered too hard, and for some people he was considered too soft. I didn't say that for some people he was too hard, and for some people he was too soft. Because this is bad about the Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For some people he was considered too hard, and for some people he was considered too soft. Now, he had his own reason where he was showing hardship and where he was showing softness. That's why it is so. Year number 49. Sayyidina Muawiyah, he intended to depose Mughira ibn Shu'bah and replace him with Sayyid ibn al-As as governor of Kufa, who had been there as governor in the time of Usman also. So in Riwayat it is narrated that Mughira came to Sham and he met Yazid. And he said that, look, all major Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away. The elders of Quraysh, they passed away. Now the people who are there, they are of your age. And I think you are the more deserving person for Khilafat than all these youth. Because at least you were with the Khalifa, and as Imam also says, that Sahibul Haddada and Sahibul Najjara, the Ahangar son, he knows Ahangari by nature. And the Najjar son, he knows Najjari by nature. So the Khalifa son, he knows Khilafat by nature because he is observing all these processes day and night. He is with father, so he said to him that you know all these things and you are a man of opinion. But I don't know why Amirul Mu'mineen is not making a ahad for you. So Yazid asked him, that, do you think that it is doable? So he said, of course it is doable. So Yazid talked to his father Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala an, that Mughira says like this. So he called Mughira and he said, Mughira, what I hear from Yazid? He said, Amirul Mu'mineen, you know, you observe all these things, that after the death of Usman, how much blood of Muslim is flown? How many of them got killed from both sides? So my opinion is that all the elders almost passed away. There are young people like Yazid. So I think that he will be the much more suitable person for Khilafat if you will give a ahad for him. So no any dispute will happen on this ahad and this bay'at, and no any blood will be shed. So Muawiyah said, who will take the responsibility to take this word to the people? So Mughira radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, Kufa, that is my responsibility. Ziyad ibn Abi Sufyan, Ziyad, he is sufficient for Basra. And in these are the two states or two provinces where the people used to be your opponents because they were with Ali radiallahu ta'ala an. So if these two states will say yes, the winning states. These are what? The winning. What are the winning states here in America? Yes, the whole election depends upon 5 states. So anyhow, so if these 2 states we will get, so other states they will not say anything. So Mughira came back to Kufa and he put this idea to the people. Now those who were with Muawiyah from the very beginning, they said, okay. So Mughira radiallahu ta'ala an, he selected from them 10 people that you should go to Sham, Damascus, and talk to Amirul Mu'mineen. Now when these 10 elders, they came and talked to Amirul Mu'mineen in this regard, so Muawiyah said, it means that the people are getting the word. They are accepting the word. So what furthermore? وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى خَيْرِ خَلْقِهِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِهِ وَصَحْبِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ.